Alright, so as you see from the video, I had to put this down. The use of this tool was very, very short. Now, allow me to explain everything before you write this tool off as not being a great one. Although the tool is very light, it has one of the best glides I have used for a regular squeegee. These one-pass squeegees, they have the most optimal glide that you can get in the tool. And your solution is not really the issue. It's the design of the tool that makes this glide so smooth on the glass, like a surfboard rides those waves, man. It just rides that water right off the glass so smooth. Now, the amount of holes that's on here is perfect. This tool puts out a lot of water, surprisingly, and I hooked this up to my trad backpack. I probably don't need that many holes, but if I'm going to do water fed, then I would need these holes. Now, this is probably not the best for pure water. I'll tell you why. Because the rinse bar is after the pad. So what that means is this pad is going to get dirty. So if you got pure water hooked up to this and you miss a spot, it's going to be because of this strip here. And it's going to be saturated with nastiness, right? So the rinse bar would have to be between the rubber and the pad. And also, I will explain about that, what I mean about that. You see how it has this bow shape going on? Willie likes using this kind of a setup. I don't like this setup because I can't use it on my route work. So as of now, this tool can only be used if I'm going to use it just as the way it is, like how Willie has it now. This is no big deal. This can come out and you can use it as a regular squeegee. But I don't work like that. I always work with my backpack. All right, so this needs to be out of the way when you're squeegee in the corners. I couldn't get the window properly because of that. So this as of now, this is only good for glass railings, windows that don't have a frame that you can just pass through. Frameless windows, that's basically all this is good for right now. Unless you change the design of the water delivery system. All right? This tool is fantastic. I can't tell you how fantastic it is because when you get it in your hands, you will understand why. But I'm not liking the way the bow shape is going on because I'm limited now. I'm limited to the style and the way I clean now because of that. If I want to keep it with water, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change and make the delivery system come right through the plastic right here in a T-joint like that right there. So let me show you another thing of Willie's. This is a prototype squeegee. It's called the Wagtail Flow. Willie probably changed the name of it a few times. When he kept the same kind of design, he just changed a few things on it. Anytime you change a tool and it's different from the last, you can't call it the same tool anymore. Although, if the concept is, if y'all follow what I'm saying, if the concept's still the same, you'll have to call it something else because people need to identify different model wagtails because Willie has a lot of models, all right, over the years. And it could get quite confusing not knowing which particular wagtail model to get. But I'm here to help y'all because I'm familiar with a lot of models. There's still many, many models that I have yet to see of Willys, and very few people know that those models even were made and still exist. So, as you can see, I have it coming out of this frame. You see, you can't do this like this with any other Wagtail channel because this is a prototype. So the setup is different. But if you look here, the wrench bar is, as I stated, between the rubber and the pad, right? So if you're using this for pure water, this will work, because if you miss a spot, it doesn't matter because the pad is not holding the dirt. It is down on here, but it'll never get on the window because it's always rinsing those mistakes you made, all right? So this isn't finished. I'm changing this right here to my acrylic rinse bar, all right? Some of you already know in the classroom about that. So stay tuned for this. And I'm probably going to switch the mop down in here. This is going to be my hinge for the mop to flip underneath. All right, so you're going to see different variations with this. But other than that, that's how I'm going to do with this. I'm going to make a T-joint right here, and I'm going to put the line inside the plastic thing that Willie has for me already, okay? And I'm going to cap it off. Cap it off here, and I'm going to cap it off on the other end, right? So it's going to be like a T-joint. And this will allow you to swivel. This will allow you to use it like a regular squeegee. And then if you want to have your water delivery system at any given time, especially if you're operating by remote, this tool would be fantastic for that. Fantastic. The setup on how Willie put these clips on here for the rinse bar behind it is fantastic. Will I use this for pure water? Most likely not, because this will have to be a tool for solution in the line for route work, all right? Pure water would probably not be ideal for this kind of a setup. If some of you could actually understand what I'm trying to say to y'all about this and the pad, especially if you're going to use this on frequent maintenance cleans, even the light coat of dust would get on this pad and any mistake that you made. So this is the whole idea of the water. Why have the water in the first place? Because, like I said, because maybe you're not that great at pole work and maybe you just want a better clean, you know, and you don't want to have to worry about spots. That's what this tool would be good for. Not to worry about spots and not worry about butcher marks. You see, you don't have to worry about dog ear with a tool like this. You know what I mean? If this was a pure water tool. All right? The only way this would make a pure water tool is to get rid of this pad. All right? Just get rid of this pad altogether. And this will be a pure water tool. This pad will keep you from doing a great job. Trust me when I tell you this. If you're using this for pure water, you will get stuck detailing anyway, because if you're not that good at pole work, you can't have this pad with the rinse bar behind the pad. It's going to pick up too much dust and dirt on there. So any mistake you made, like I said, you know, but y'all get the general idea. But this tool will get used. Will get used, and I love it. I just don't like the little circle bow type thing going on with the water delivery system that Willie keeps putting in the other ones. With the wave, it's not that big of a deal because it's not an actual water-fed squeegee. It's more of a brush type, microfiber type, flat mop device, water-fed device. That actually has more surface scrubbing than a brush, especially on guard railing, glass guard railings and stuff. That's what the wave is good for. The wave is good for a lot of things, but when it comes to trying to scrub the frames down, you may want to switch up and use a different tool. You know, if you're concerned about giving your customer that kind of a clean, then you incorporate that into the price. Other than that, if you're not offering the frames and they just want the windows done, then you could use a tool like the Wave on the windows, because you're not going to have to worry about wetting the frames down or dirt getting back on the frames, because that tool is not going to wet the frames to begin with, if that makes sense. But anyway, this is Masters at Wagtail, and I'll see you on the next one.